What's good, everybody? Welcome to episode 28 of the Moon or Dust Show with Ash and myself. What's up, Dav? First comment. Tell him what he's won. Nothing. Morning, both goats. Thanks for being here, Dav. Appreciate you, sir. Dude, rocky markets this week, man. We started to nuke with the stock market saw like one of its biggest candles in years. We started to nuke. People started to panic. And now it looks like we're so back. I mean, let me pull up the screen here. Before Ash has a little rant here. Ash was not in the best of moods before the show. We'll get to that. But we have, let me try to make it a little bit bigger. Boom. We have Bitcoin back to almost $68,000. We have ETH at 3,200. We got Solana breaking back over $180. Look at the percentage change here. ETH still down over the 7 and the 30 day, but Solana is up 30% on the 30 day and up almost 10% in the last day or week. You got Toncoin making its way back to $7. And then some of the memes that were or at least I'm holding. We got Pepe back above 5 billion. Nice to see. I didn't get into PopCat yet, but it's one I really want to allocate to. It recently crossed over a bill, making its way closer. It's at 860 mil. MEMECOIN, which I did buy yesterday. I bought even more on the dips. It says here 660, but I think that's just the market cap. If I jump to, do I have MOG? Yeah, right here. Boom. It's 750. So I'm up. Currently 10%. I was up like 16% this morning. And then Mu is one I have been allocating into every once in a while. I started buying lower, and then I think I got in on the dip around 600. So I'm up. It's looking good. NFT wise, we're pretty much just continuing to trade sideways. NFTs are not really doing much. So I don't know. There's not too much to say here. But yeah, glad the market's recovering from the recent crashes. I know some people were getting scared, but you know what? No time to get scared. Even if you look at the, that's what I was considering. Like, do I buy meme coins here? Because the fear and greed is nowhere near. Where in the last dip, it went down to like low 30, even the high 20s, and right now it's currently still sitting at 60, which is just neutral. But you want it in this yellow area or lower. So I was like, do I buy here? But I'm like, I keep waiting and waiting and waiting. These prices keep pumping. So I put in a good amount into some of these memes that I've been waiting a while to get. Ash, how you feeling, sir? You're free. Go ahead.
Dude, ETH is dead. Like, actually, I think ETH is cooked. I am so mad about it. That was like so for reference, this was like the first thing that I brought up to Gorilla this morning. It is unbelievable that Bitcoin.
Is it just me? Mic sounds a bit low. I don't know. Maybe it's just my headphones.
I sound low?
Oh no, it was my headphones. It was these. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let us know if any of our audios sound bad. But yeah, Bitcoin is almost at its all-time high. Solana is past its old all-time high in terms of market cap, and ETH is $1,600. We're talking
Under its all-time high. Under its all-time.
Yeah. Well, by market cap, it's over its all-time high. But by price, it's below. So that's true.
Is it? No, it's under. It's Solana that had crossed.
Yeah, I was talking about Solana.
Okay, no, because you said and ETH is $1,600, but that's all you said. I just wanted to clarify 1,600 under its all-time high.
Oh yes, yes. Sorry, I think we both just got confused there. Yes, ETH is $1,600 under its all-time high. And what is going on, dude? Like, it's actually crazy how you would have thought that the number 2 crypto. And by the way, it was the most used chain last cycle by far. Like, everyone was using it. And it's just like, dude, I cannot believe that. I'm mad. I'm actually mad. I was very allocated to ETH. I did start swapping over a lot of ETH to Solana, but it was just like too late. Like, I swapped a lot at like 130. That was around the time that I really got in. So I am up. Like, I'm not too bent about it, but I'm just like, dude, why? Like, ETH is so bad. And then also, like, on that same note, if ETH is dead, then the NFTs that are on ETH are also dead. Like it's just I don't know. It's weird, but we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. But yeah, I just overall I think that there's a lot of people that feel this sentiment. I know a lot of people that were here last cycle, held ETH fundamentally. Like ETH has always been chill. Yeah, the gas prices suck, but it always felt like a safe bet. And at this point in the cycle, there's one of two options. One, ETH is dead, or two, it's just what's that term? It's a ball underwater. Like it's like a ball is being held underwater, because when you hold balls underwater, they've like, and you let
When
go.
you let it go, it rockets.
Yeah, it goes up. Yeah. So I want to actually think and believe that it's the second one. But what do you think? Am I off base here, or am I just mad because my tokens aren't going up?
No, I think it's normal to be mad to get outperformed by stuff. I think some of the worst performing assets are things like XRP and things like Cardano, because those are getting out traded by Bitcoin itself. Opium camp like me, Ash. Peyton in the audience saying he agrees with you. He's also mad. No, dude, I've seen this on. I think Ansem is one who's been pushing this narrative, right? That for Solana. I've seen a few people say it. I mean, look, Easy's been big in Sol. If you would have bought Sol at the bottom and ETH at the bottom, ETH you'd be up 3x. Sol you'd be up. What is it? 20x now?
Yeah, like
its low was $9. So you just have to believe in it. They're two very different chains. I mean, Sol is a lot more centralized. ETH, I think one of the issues is with all the like base and all this stuff. So I think they have to figure something out on how that's going to benefit them with fees. I mean, we did have, let me pull it up here. We did have the ETH ETF. Let's look at, I guess, a bit at the Bitcoin ETF. It has slowed down significantly in the last few days. We even had a red day here after having two back-to-back insane days above 400 million in inflows. But if you look at the ETH ETF now, we're at 2 days of negatives, and the main reason is the grayscale selling or converting, because you can see here there are other there's the ETH or ETH, and then there's the regular ETH. So some people are converting it into this other one, but only 100 million so far of inflows. But yeah, we've had $1 billion, over 1.1 billion in outflow. You guys can't even see. I got to zoom in on this. Over $1 billion in outflows from Grayscale. So it's really holding things back. So, I mean, look, Solana's going to get an ETF. I think it's likely that they get an ETF. I'm curious to see what happens with their ETF when they get it. If it's going to be buy the rumor, sell the news, like how it's going to go. But I'm not upset, dude. I have a lot of ETH in my port. I have way more ETH than Solana. Yeah, it sucks we're getting out traded. I have started to allocate more to Solana. I have started buying some of these Solana memes. I have no idea when it comes to Solana NFTs. Like, it's a very different world. It always has been. It's been, I feel like, trading things die a lot faster on Solana. That's how I feel. They do have some very strong communities, but I'm really not involved in those. So I'd have to like relearn that side of things. I don't think ETH NFTs are dead. I mean, you got Pudgy's one of the strong. When you think of the strongest NFTs, what do you think of? You still think of ETH NFTs. Even before Solana NFTs, personally, I probably think of Ordinals.
I mean, people have been talking about Retardio Cousins a lot.
Sure. Yeah. That. And then there's also some main collections like Mad Lads and stuff. But do you still put the same value when you see somebody with a Mad Lad PFP? Do you put the same value as when you see somebody with a Pudgy?
I don't think I differentiate people by their PFP anymore. To be honest with you, like, I don't look at somebody and because it's so different. Like, I feel like back in last cycle, it was a way to basically say, I have at least this much money, like because you would just see like a Bored Ape and it was like, okay, that's a $200,000 asset. But now it's like, don't get me wrong, $30,000 is still a lot of money, but people just aren't doing that anymore. It's like a Bored Ape is like 30 grand, a Pudgy is like 30 grand, and it's like, okay, everyone's just using a Milady. Like, that's just what happened. I feel like everything just moved into Milady, and now people just assume that everyone has money because they're posting fake like P&Ls on Twitter. So
Mhm.
I do see what you're saying, and Mad Lads is still the top NFT on Solana. But yeah, I just don't personally feel that your PFP really holds weight as much as it used to. I don't care at all. Like, I don't care what anyone's PFP is ever.
I still think it does psychologically have an effect, though. It's also kind of like you're part of a cult. You're putting your money into a project. You know, when you buy a PF Pudgy, you're still like putting in 30K or whatever the floor is at right now uh, into a collection, and you're kind of like siding with that army, right? You're joining the cult, just like if you're shilling a ticker for a meme coin, you're like part of that cult. So there still is something there, and it costs a certain amount of money to do so. I still do think there is some value there, but here, Hodl Queen saying our true value definitely doesn't lie behind our PFP. Rocking the MFR, that's a nice one. That's like a Gucci hoodie. MFR. She loves the or he, I don't know, loves the queen, so she loves the game machine behind you too. He collects them. Yeah, it's pretty cool. No, I don't know. I do still think that we're gonna have a run in NFTs at one point, but I mean, I made a video about that this week saying meme coins are the NFTs of the cycle, and I think there's a lot of people who are still sidelined and they're just waiting for NFTs to come back. And like NFTs are, remember last cycle, every day or every couple days, you were able to make a shit ton of money on NFTs. There was what was that? The Goblin Town. Goblin Town drops, and then there's like 50 derivatives of it. And the derivatives are also making money. People were literally just flipping the NFT over, and then people would spend an ETH on the rare of those and try to flip them. Like there was every day there was a game. Celebrities were launching collections every single day there was something that was happening. That's happening right now with meme coins. The celebrities are coming in launching stuff. Whenever a major event happens in the world, a lot of people's first thought is what's the ticker? And they go to Bullex or they go to Pump Fund or whatever tool they use. So all this is happening, but on meme coins. And one of the main places that meme coins are trading is Solana. So that's why the action on Sol compared to ETH is way higher because everybody's gambling. The casino right now is on Solana.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. And yeah, I know a lot of people that are waiting for NFTs to come back. And the thing is there are definitely going to be projects that make money. Like, that's just a fact. There's going to be upcoming projects. A lot of them, like you said, are Web3 gaming with tokens attached to it. There have been a couple ordinals collections that have launched recently that have done well too. But I even had this conversation with someone the other day where I told them, I just said, it doesn't make any sense to what I said was fading meme coins is like fading NFTs in 2021 because you didn't understand it back then.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it is. And I just think that one of the big reasons as to why a lot of people that are in NFTs are not wanting to move on is because NFTs were like a risk-free lottery ticket, basically. Because how many times have you heard, oh, I'm not going to mint this because the floor isn't higher than the mint price? It's like a lot. People didn't like to mint pay 0.1 if the floor was 0.08. Like they wanted to mint for 0.1 with a floor of 0.3, and they're like, oh, okay, I can flip this immediately. And in the meme coin space, there aren't really handouts like that. You basically you have to put your money where your mouth is. You have to have conviction. Like you have to make that trade, and that barrier to entry is a lot less with coins because anybody can buy any coin, right? There is still like insider stuff and whatever, but with NFTs too, I feel like one of the things that happened, and I'm definitely interested to hear your thoughts on this, is that I feel like NFTs and new launches they just got so weird. Like everything's like low supply. It's like super hard to get, like it's harder to get whitelist for this stuff than it ever was. At least with last cycle, you could grind a Discord and you could get whitelist for something and it would be worth like 30K. But it just doesn't, like that's not happening as much anymore. What are your thoughts on like all that?
It's a lot of insider. There still is a lot of insider NFTs. These small, I think one of the metas right now is small supply, even free mint, it's very small supply. That way, there's a lot less sell pressure. But I feel that, sorry, I got sidetracked. I feel that a lot of these teams are still picking who they want to have whitelist, which they should, but they're not necessarily just picking people in the Discord. Like they're picking, I mean, dude, there's even been projects that have said to me like, okay, you can have X whitelist even for your community, but you got to stake a certain amount and you can't sell. Even for me, they've been like, okay, you can't sell for 30 days or whatever it is. And like, I agree to it, whatever. Especially if I think they're going to uphold the floor and they're going to keep it at a certain value. Like, what do I care? There's been a lot of deals that I've heard of projects doing this where I didn't get whitelist, and then everybody's like super amazed with what the floor is, but we know behind the scenes, like, okay, they're just market making it. Nobody's actually selling. So there's been some really weird deals, and people are like begging to get these whitelists, and it's just like, yeah, we know you're not going to get it. Like nobody's ever going to get it, and these teams are they're just giving it basically to their own wallets and to like burners for a lot of these collections.
Yeah, it's messed up. Pull up Bolds' message here.
Yeah, I miss those times. It was less risky to mint some random free NFTs as buying some tokens that are going to zero 99% of the time.
Yeah, I remember in the summer of 2022, there were a lot of degen mints. Like that's what popped off. And you could just
Catchment was the trenches of that time, right? Now it's Bullx. And even on Bullx, it's kind of like a lot of us feel like I think that's one thing I made the video for. I think a lot of people feel like they're gambling and they don't understand it, but there's a group of people who are very good at it. Just being in the trenches. I think the better strategy, which we've discussed a few times, is waiting for these major world events to happen. Trump assassination, Biden resigning, Elon changing his PFP, and then it's kind of like easy mode, right? There's a lot of coins that launch. Not all of them do well, but there's a couple of them that if you watch them migrate, they get a lot of volume. As more and more people pile in, as more and more people get the news a little bit later, if you're first to the news, you could make a lot of money.
Well, yeah, it's all about waiting for the right stuff. And I think that one of the big issues is that everyone wants to overtrade. They want to kindly, like, what's the play? Like if you could go to work for 8 hours and then come home and then you're sitting on your computer for 3 hours and you just feel like you have to be in a trade, like you have to do something. But yeah, it's like you have to wait for the right stuff. If you were sitting on your computer when Trump changed or Elon changed his profile picture, you made a lot of money. I took the day off. I saw when it happened and I saw the coin super early and I just didn't buy because I was in, and I think we all go through this. I was in a weird trading slump. And so I didn't really trade much for 5 or 6 days. And that was like a part of it. But yeah, it's, you don't have to be trading a lot of stuff. But yeah, what Bolds is saying is that I think it's like anything else where if you were to buy a bunch of NFTs back in 2022, they still had the same risk of going to zero. I think what you have to do, especially these days, is people are so caught up in trying to hit 100x. And one thing that JS and I talked about, and one thing that I personally do, and I used to do this a lot more, is I like for coins to become a lot more established. So I like for them to hit 1 million or 2 million. And then from there, the chances of it going to zero and dumping and dying is a lot less. It feels stressful with these coins that are at 100K, 200K, because those are in nowheresville. Like those could die so easy. But I've started to just focus on coins that are at like over 1 million, basically over 5 million. And you're going to get less X's on that, but you can size in. And I mean, even like what you said, you put in a bunch of money into Mog and Mew, right? And like if you get a 3x on both of those, you're going to be doing a lot better, and it would have taken a lot less effort than if you had sat there and if you had trench traded 100 coins hitting 3x's with the same amount of money.
Agreed. Yeah, I even started putting like I said, I started buying into bigger coins, and I realized like maybe I just do like you and JS spoke about. I put a bigger part of my portfolio into one of these established coins, swing trade it, or have a portion that I'm holding long term, and just
Bolds is so funny.
This comment. Since both you guys figure out how to make money, I'm from Europe, so I miss out on. Yeah, I think the time also. I'm watching this coin, and one of the groups it's so funny with these groups, dude. They have so much power to pump a coin. Somebody just posted one, and it went from 2.1 million to 3.5 in like one candle. I'm watching the candle pump right now. That's the thing with a lot of these groups. As it become more and more popular, it becomes easier for the founder of the group to trade, because they're able to just post a contract and everybody. That's what I've noticed. Like the live streamers, like there's Profiteer who's doing a lot of live streams. I wonder how many people are just copy trading him in these live streams.
What do you mean all of them are? Like that's all it is. Like it's such an obvious thing, because people don't want to make their own choices. Like they just,
or they don't understand how.
Yeah. So yeah, and I've thought about doing that as well. Because it is what it is, right? Like it's just like gambling. It's just like anything else. And the fact is like, what I've noticed is that, and I see it in a lot of groups, is that a lot of people just want to follow callers. They just want to follow big influencers. But JS did talk about this when I interviewed him, which is like, he doesn't follow other influencers. Like he is an influencer, but like he just has his own conviction. And the way that you're going to make the most money in any market is having your own conviction and your own thesis and knowing why. Because if you follow like an influencer and you hit big, then it's like, okay, that's great. But you have to have a repeatable process. And the reason why I said Bolds is funny is because like the shitcoin chat has been so active, and he's like, you should try to figure out how to make money in that meta, when it's like, that's literally what I've been doing for the past 3 months. Well, longer than that, dude. Oh yeah. And I know we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I found, and I'm going to send this to you when I post it. I found the screenshot of when I scanned Pepe at like 5 million market cap. And I said I was in it, and that I just wanted to make $2,000, and then I was happy with it.
I think that happens a lot. Even somebody in the comments I saw, I posted Aura. I sold that at 35 mil. It's at 60 now. There's so many of these coins that, man, it hits hard. I mean, we could just go through the meme coin section of the
just pull up some charts.
Yeah.
Aura, dude, I saw that the day it launched. The day it launched.
Pushed. It's being caballed, I guess. Let me zoom in. Boom, look at that chart. Straight up. It's at 61 mil right now. This one hurts. This one definitely hurts. I was in, I think, right here before, or in here, and then I dumped here right before it dumped. So I probably would have sold anyways, like cut my loss. Think it's going to zero. It's never coming back. And then boom, it just explodes. Yeah, I did see some influencers pushing this one. It also has a really cool website, if I recall. Yeah, I like this.
Their community is just strong. They've been pushing it.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean about like having conviction and stuff. It's, dude, this sat at 10 million for so long.
Yeah.
For so long. Dude, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there was a lot of coins. Let's go through the big ones. Ansem posted this one. Smoking chicken fish. Dude, this thing absolutely sent. He posted it. Wow. Is this person ever going to recover from his candle? Wow. That's a 1 minute right there. That's going to 15. Yeah, so he posted it. I think it ran all the way to 30. I'm guessing this is his post right here. Yeah, with the volume. So he posted it here. It ran, and now it's just been running like crazy as well. A lot of meme coins right now are popping off. Like I even noticed Wolf. Wolf was down really bad, and now it's pulled like a 3x from its lows. It went down to like 50 or something. Yeah, even under 50 or 52, and now it's currently sitting at 143 million market cap. So yeah, somebody here saying smoking chicken fish is too funny. I agree. I actually like the meme. I do find it funny. Last night I was just looking at the Twitter, and I was just like, yo, why didn't I buy this? Like, this is one thing I do. I'll see something trending. I just look at the charts. I look at the price. Oh, I missed it. I don't actually look at the website and their content and the Twitter. But if I do, I feel like I'd be way more likely to buy because like this thing is just funny, dude.
That's what I do every time. Every time I see a new coin and it pops up, I always immediately go to the website, I join the Telegram, and I scan it on Twitter to see who's talking about it every time.
Mm-hmm.
This was one that I did, and I think it's very easy and obvious in hindsight. This was scanned in Kanto at like 500K. So early.
The thing about scanning, dude, I'm in some of these groups. I hate when groups post like, yo, we called that, we scanned like 500K to 50 mil or whatever. And it's just like it was in a chat with 500 other scans and nobody pinged, nobody said it. Like that's what bothers me in a lot of these groups. Like, who gives a shit if it's scanned, if no ping was happened, and if nobody was like, yo, I bought this, it's gonna fly. Like, what does it matter if it was scanned? If I have a scanning bot and it scans every contract, like, does that count? Like,
yeah, there's people that do that all the time, and it's like a lot of the FOMO from crypto Twitter is these scans where people see a scan at like 20K and they'll say, oh, if I had bought in at 20K and it ran to 10 million, like I would have made this much. And I've said this so often, but if you buy a coin at 20K and you are not just holding everything forever, then you're going to sell that when it goes to 200, 300, 400K.
yeah.
Like nobody's holding a coin from 20. Like nobody is holding a coin from 20K to 10 million unless you are the dev. Like there's just no way. Or unless you just so happen to see a meme and you're like, oh, this is funny. I like this.
Agreed.
And you get mad lucky.
Boom. Yeah, so smoking chicken fish, dude. I also saw this. Dude, what are these candles? Like, who is buying this and how are they ever going to recover?
Buying what?
I'm sure it's in the 1 minute. It's hard. I can't zoom. There's like these massive candles. Yeah, look at this candle, bro. How is this person ever going to recover?
There was a candle like that on Whiff, and it got.
And he eventually recovered.
Yeah,
but like, are these going to pull a whiff? This one's been going nuts though. The Mumu, 200. I don't own this. 212 mil. Part of I guess the boys club.
I don't understand why people buy like 1,000 or 2,000 SOL in one transaction. Just buy use Jupiter to DCA in. It's like, I feel like it's a flex, like I feel like that's it. They're like, I just bought 10,000 SOL of this coin. And it's like, okay, well,
it's now worth 6,000.
Yeah. It's like, you could have done that way more efficiently. Like I would have at least done that personally.
Oh, this is the dude from Whiff. I heard somebody sold a ton of Whiff. So he went from Whiff to Mumu. Wow. Somebody here mentioning, I don't know what Matt is, but Cat Dog. I did see some, I saw the airdrop cabal posting a lot about Cat Dog.
Mumu is going to do really well. I mean, it already is. It's doing it's doing insane, but like Mumu is probably going to 500 million.
I like Mumu because it's a bull. It's like bull posting and it's a bull. Like, it's a good meme. After that, there was this one. This one feels like a cabal. This is a cabal coin, but Bill the Bear.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like Bill the Bear. This one doing great as well. Currently at 40 mil. There was a lot of these this week, man, that just absolutely popped off.
I'm up on Bill. I'm up like 30 soul.
Nice. Yeah, I saw you posting about it. And then one of your other holdings, which is doing decent now. It was getting scary. Did you get shaken out?
No, I actually managed to hold through both of those bottoms. I did. So I had 8 ETH in this. I sold 2.5 worth. So I still have a decent bag in this, actually. But it has
I
been,
saw your love letter to Coinbase.
Dude, this has been a brutal hold. And what's crazy actually is that this coin is going up and Coinbase hasn't tweeted about it since last week.
Why would they?
I can tell you exactly why, because nobody cares about base. Like,
No, I understand, but like, dude, to get a coin listed on Coinbase, major companies that have docs team, VC funding, huge backers, it takes them 6 months of going through compliance to get listed on Coinbase. And they're gonna, you think they're gonna come out and list a coin that's been out for 2 weeks that they potentially don't know anything about?
I mean, they should go through the process. Like, I see what you're saying, for sure, but I feel like this is their coin. Like, this is their coin. I feel like it is.
Why though? Like somebody else, it's the same thing as all the people who made like Toshi and Moshi. Like, okay, it's the founder's cat and dog or whatever, but like, and it's doing well. They're at like, 100 mil or whatever they're at. But again, I understand your logic, and like if I would want it to go on base too, but from their perspective, they want to keep clean, right? They don't want to poke the bear anymore with everything going on. Maybe after a change of administration, they're more likely to list a coin, and coins are going to get listed a lot faster on Coinbase, in which case it's going to start to lose its value getting listed, not for meme coins, but for real projects, or real projects.
No, I see what you're saying, but like, here's my thing about the whole Coinbase thing is you say, oh, they need to make sure that this is good or whatever. Like, what is their goal? What is their plan? What are they trying to do when they list a coin? They're like, we're listing this coin because we think it's going to go up. We want investors to be able to go click on any coin on our platform.
They think it's going to get volume. They want to attract. They want to get that volume.
Okay. And they don't think that Miggles is going to get volume.
No, they definitely do. But I think their first, second, and third concern is legal. They don't want to catch any shit from the SEC or whoever. So if they're like bull posting some meme coin, also what's like, I don't know. Yeah, I just view what's in it for them. I get it, but at the same time, I think maybe if it went higher market cap, they'd be more likely. But right now, I know they could potentially pump and dump a coin and then get in trouble.
Okay. So I want to go look at all the coin, all the meme coins that you can buy
on Coinbase?
on Binance.
Yeah, but Binance it's completely different. Binance is like banned in a lot of countries now too.
Yeah, Binance and Coinbase. Well, Coinbase, the only meme coins that are listed on Coinbase are like
Doge and Shiba.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
that's it. And those are listed on Robinhood. They're listed on Wealthsimple, which is a Canadian platform. Like those, for some reason, I guess with last cycle, they made it past the line. They were just like, oh, okay, fine, Cardano, XLM, XRP, Shiba, Doge, whatever. You all come in together. It was like this package that they were sold, and they put it all on their sites.
But why is it that Binance and Coinbase, they feel good about these other tokens, like all these other coins that have teams and these products that like nobody uses anyway? It's like you're cool with launching a token that's still bullshit, that's based off of some platform or whatever that no one's going to use.
But what coins has Coinbase? Like, dude, you got to forget Binance. Binance is completely different regulatory The
Okay,
scrutiny they go
Coinbase.
through is completely different.
Coinbase.
So look purely Coinbase. What coins have they listed recently? Pirate Nation. The team, it's VC backed. The team has been putting a lot of work. There's a lot of players. It's like a safer coin. A Carrot, the My Pet Hooligan one. Again, fully docs team, legit studio, partnered with like Nvidia, has really good products. I think the decisions, the weird one for me was Ancient 8, A8. That one I didn't know anything about, but I'm sure there's some reason why they did that.
I guess
the other one they just did was what this week, which was on the list, was Block Lords, the Lords token. But again, legit game on Steam and Epic, like fully docs team behind it.
I think if any Web3 gaming token gets listed on Coinbase, we just immediately buy that.
Yeah, dude, especially when there's a dip. What's it at right now? If we go look at any of these, what did I say? I said Pirate. The Pirate was pumping. Let's go see what Pirate Nation's at.
The Pirate Nation chart is really good. Like that coin is doing very well.
Let's go 1 year. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of unfair here because the whole market dipped, but yeah, this one did really well. There was one A8, Ancient 8.
Yeah, someone sent that to me.
Okay, Ancient 8 is the only one that's getting absolutely nuked.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what it does, and I think a lot of people don't know what this one does. That's the main problem. I think they just have a branding issue. Carrot is currently at 56 cents. It's down. I mean, it had a beautiful pump. It's down, but it's holding well. I'm a big fan of Carrot. I do think this was a good one.
It's hard. It's hard.
Prime's been getting cooked.
Prime, don't even talk to me about that. It's hard when you look at a lot of the most recent Web3 gaming projects that have gotten listed on Coinbase, because it's almost unfair because of how the market in the past month has been super weird, like with Germany selling and just everything else. So you can't expect those coins to stay up. But if you think about it, they made good picks. That A8 thing, think about it. You and I had never even heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
But Carrot, like I thought that My Pet Hooligan, that was awesome. This Block Lords thing, I saw everyone dancing on that. Like everyone was just like, did you fade Block Lords? And I'm like, bro, the one game out of like the million that I'm being shilled all day long. Yeah, sorry that I faded something.
It's funny here. Like it came out, it started going down, and then boom, Coinbase announcement. It 3x, dude. It's 3x, and now it's down to a 2x roughly. But if you got in at the lows, you got in at like 80, 90 cents. Yeah, you're up 2x here.
So two things. Safa's message. It will look better when retail comes. We are retail. Retail is here. Like he
means like your Web2 friends and my Web2 friends are not here, dude. The last time they came was for Pepe. That's it.
Yeah, they're not coming. I don't think that like I do,
bro. Bitcoin hits 100K, they're coming. They're coming, dude.
Okay, true. And then Braylo said something. He said Coinbase, they only list meme coins when it's too hype to ignore. But they haven't listed Pepe.
Yeah.
Which is very surprising.
Yeah. Maybe they will. I think Pepe is one that would cross the line once the normies come back in. But I think they're waiting for the major retail push to come in. Like Shib and Doge, everybody was talking about Doge. So you kind of had to have Doge on your platform.
Yeah.
Incredible time to be locked in. Couldn't agree more, Josen. I am a girl gorilla. My bad, Safa. Was it me? I think I don't think it's it. Ash said Safa. I don't think it was me. But either way, you're a hoolie, ma'am. Are you guys bullish on Yuga's next game? Something called Dragon, whatever. Wait, I have this in the. Do I have this in the docs? Yes, I do. Boom. Look how ready I am. Ready to go. Let me get it on screen. Yeah, I saw this. It's dropping tomorrow. I think this is just a play test, no? Or it's like an event on the other side. Yeah, it's happening tomorrow, but no, I'm not bullish. I stopped caring about this a very long time ago.
Because I'm not bullish.
Are you? I mean, bullish
Um,
in what way? I'm not going to buy other deeds.
no, no. I mean, even if other side was completely done and ready to go,
This looks like a Meebits thing. It doesn't even look like.
yeah, right. Even if everything was ready to go, would people use it?
I don't think most gamers would care. I think some apes would, and maybe if you're able to farm ApeCoin. The other thing is like, I guess one of the things we thought was like, oh, you're going to get your quotas and you're going to be able to farm things on your land, and you have all these resources, and people are going to need to come to your land if they want to farm those resources, and you're going to make money and all this stuff, and it's going to use ape. Ape is one of the worst tokens. I would never touch ape, dude. Their tokenomics suck. Their unlocks suck. It is constant dumping. You are staking your ape to get more ape and sell that ape. Like I remember, I bought a mutant. I bought ape. I full staked, and after a week, I was like, "What am I doing?" I get my unlocks, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, I'm selling this token that I have staked," and I'm like, "Everybody's doing this, yeah."
Yeah.
So it's I don't know.
I think it's like
What a chart! Look at that.
I play Fortnite every other day.
Weird flex.
I play Fortnite, and Fortnite is the best. Like in my opinion, it's like the best game, and it's the best metaverse, and it's amazing. Now I get that that's subjective. Other people like Valorant, other people like Overwatch, other people like any of those games. So you can insert any of those games that I just mentioned into this statement. But these games are the best games. Minecraft, and I still can't play them for more than 30 minutes to an hour. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we're busy and we're trading and we're making content and whatever. But what is going to take the attention away from people in Web 2? What's going to take them away from Minecraft and Fortnite? And we've seen, you and I have tested a ton of games. We have seen a ton of games. And like some of them are really cool. The My Pet Hooligan game is awesome, but it's also not a game that I sit and play every single day, right? I also don't play Fortnite every single day. It's my favorite game. And so the question is, who is going to be playing the other side? And also same thing. Like I really like Nifty Island, Hodl Queen. Both of us do. We both work with them. I like Nifty Island a lot. It has come a very long way, and they're innovating. And I'm really looking forward to them having a matchmaking and like a battle royale style playlist. Like that's going to make the game a lot better. I'm really looking forward to that. They also have their token coming up. But same kind of thing. It's like I like to play games for 30 minutes to an hour, chill, and then get back to doing what I'm doing. What do you think about all that? Because I know I just said a lot. I just don't know who's going to play other side. Like,
no, I agree, dude. Even like off the grid, I really like. I've been playing every weekend. I guess it's good that I'm limited to the weekend because I wouldn't be playing it all the time just because, like you said, we don't have time. One thing I want to do though is play with friends in a lot of these games. But yeah, other side, I mean, it's very tailored to a web, like where Bored Apes are extremely trolled by a Web 2 audience. And I don't know if they have a game like I feel like all the YouTubers are going to come in and just absolutely shit on it and be like, this is the game. There's no players. Like they're just going to be no matter, even if it's just like the alpha, right? They're just going to do anything they can to shit on it. Look, I think for Bored Apes to be saved now, I mean, Braylo said it here. The Yuga ship has sailed years ago. I feel like the only thing propping it up is legacy at this point. I do think there is a lot of power behind that. There's a lot of Bored Ape PFPs that are still being rocked. I still like apes. I want them to succeed. I think they diluted their brand way too much with all this stuff that they did. It's good that they sold off a lot of these assets. I would like to see Bored Ape completely separate from other side. It should be just a completely separate project. I want the club to come back. I want like, dude, we had a Bored Ape Club Canada here, but I would go to their dinners and it was cool. It was very small, but it was cool. And they would sometimes fund our dinners and they would pay for dinner for everybody like that. I liked that. And then it started getting less and less and they weren't down. And knowing that they're not down to do that anymore, meanwhile, they're paying the council like millions of dollars per year. They're just burning money every single month via ApeCoin, and that council is just dumping. Like, I don't know. So many things are backwards. I think they need like I don't want them to sell, right? I want you to keep it. But I think they need to do like when a company gets hostile takeovered and somebody just comes in and cuts, like they needed Elon to come in, fire 70% of the staff, and then keep firing until it gets too painful. And then, you know, completely rebrand, go back to the club. The only reason I liked Apes was because, like you said, we said at the beginning, the PFP, because it made you feel rich. Like, dude, I remember, I have no problem admitting, like, it's an ego thing. I remember rocking my Bored Ape hoodie, and I felt like, yeah, I have a mutant. You know, like I felt cool. It's also a great hoodie. Like, I really love that hoodie. It has the dancing skeletons and the skull in the back. Like, I really liked it. But I think it gave you a feeling. It's like wearing a Rolex, and it's like if Rolex lost that power, a lot of people wouldn't wear Rolex anymore. You know, if Rolex changed what they're going to do, they're kind of not really concerned with making watches anymore, or that part, and they kind of just start sponsoring everybody. Like Rolex only sponsors F1, tennis, and sailing. You know, they're very meticulous with their brand. Bored Apes just completely lost that. They just started doing all this weird stuff. They had the Bored Ape, like the product, the marketplace where people were making their own products. And I thought they were going to support that. And then when it finally launches, it's like this article. They barely even pushed it. Like, why would you not empower your community to make these products and help push your brand? Like they had the easy layup, and they just completely dropped it going for this gaming thing. And I think that has to do with the VCs. They kept saying, okay, how do we get more money? How do we get a higher valuation? It's not going to be with this little kids club here. It's going to be with this game. We're going to get a multi-billion-dollar valuation with this game. We're going to be the metaverse. We're going to be the GTA, whatever, of Web3. And it kind of got away from them.
I actually really think that was a good take that you should post on Twitter. That was a really good take. I mean, if that's something that you would want to put out there, I agree with that. And it still is surprising to me. I know that they do events once a year, but imagine if they had done like a club or something like that. I know a lot of people were talking about that, something IRL. If they did more merch, like if they had focused on being like a social club, like and really like taking that avenue. Yeah, it's weird to think about where things are now. And the thing is they could, in theory, be successful with the gaming thing. It's just so risky because the chances are low. Yeah. And now it's like, what are they gonna like? The thing is we've seen with a lot of games that have been built in Web3, and a lot of them are unpolished. A lot of them like aren't great, don't have a ton of users. And the question for me is 2 months after launch of the other side, if it's halfway decent, who is going to be logging into it on a daily basis? Where do those people come from? Is it apes? Or do they have a plan to push it on TikTok? Like, is it like, what are the characters going to be? Like, is Web 2 still going to shit on it? Like, a lot of stuff like that.
They have a lot of challenges to go. We got some trash talk in the audience here between Peyton and Icy. You ever play Off the Grid, Ash? Is what Peyton asked.
No,
not yet.
Why?
You got to sign up for that.
Why?
Because he just got access.
Oh.
And we're gonna start playing together on the weekends. Speaking about NFTs, did you see this, dude? This like classic video, the rap battle with like was this the one with the reaction where somebody had like the perfect loop of it? Remember this video on YouTube?
Yeah, I remember.
So the guy deleted his YouTube video, and they are selling it with oh my God, I'm blanking. The Minter Skip guy, Giancarlo.
What's he been up to?
He has Minter Skip. It's a server where he has his newsletter where he talks about upcoming mints every single day. And here, I'll go to it, Mint or Skip. So he has a newsletter.
I read his newsletter all the time.
Yeah, so he's still doing this, dude. But he's helping out with this. They're doing an auction for the rap battle video as an NFT. Min price is 15 ETH. To get
that seems like a lot for that.
It starts in 2 hours and 39 minutes, so we'll see. I guess you'll be allowed to repost the video and reap the benefits of of it. I'm not sure how it's going to work here if you get full ownership of it, but if the owner, the original owner, is selling it as an NFT. Yeah, I wonder why he would have taken it off, and then I guess the ad money, maybe it stopped making ad money. Continuing in NFTs, we had the Boldinals, which is a project by Boldianitis. He had once posted that he wanted to do an NFT, and then he kind of got turned off by it based off all the messages that he was getting, and seeing that it's really like a predatory space, and most people don't care about your art. They just want a nice flip. He makes these really cool comic strips, very focused around Web3 or popular, cultural events, let's call it. And he also, like, he made Moritz's PFP, and he's made some PFPs for some big people in Web3. Great artist. And he finally released a collection. The total supply 100 NFT. I thought it was more. I thought it was 222, but total supply 100. These things did really well, dude. It was I think a 0.01 mint or $100 mint, but they ran all the way up to 0.25 in the beginning. Now they are currently at 0.13. But dude, the art, I really like these pieces. No idea how to value these, to be honest. So I'm not sure what's a good buy and what isn't, but really cool pieces. I'm sure they make great PFPs, and just really happy to see him finally do it and have a successful project that like people are collecting.
I love these. I love these. These are, hold on, I want to pull them up on my computer. These are, you said something really interesting. It's tough to know like how to price it. His one-of-ones have gone for a lot of money. I love these, dude. I'll just say it. Actually, I don't know what else to say. I just love these. I don't know what it is. The world is so cool. The dog, like there's so many cool ones. Like I love these, dude. I'll say this: if I had gotten whitelist, I probably would have flipped it because it was like free money. But I will say that when I look at these, I could see myself buying this because of but mainly because of his brand. Like he has a strong brand. You're betting on him. His one-of-ones do sell for a lot of money. He sells a lot of art. The guy makes good money. And yeah, it's just crazy. What was the mint price of this? Wasn't it 0.01?
Yeah, very cheap. I thought it was maybe $100, but I could be off there. Let's just say 0.01, but it could have been less.
I love these. I think that these are awesome. That's all I'm going to say. The one that's on the floor is super cool too. Anyway, we can move on.
Astronaut dog?
Yeah, the astronaut dog, the world, the little like that one. Dude, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like 1990s computer game characters. Yeah. I think that's why I like them so much, because it's the nostalgic pixel like CD-ROM game and vintage arcade game style graphics. I get that like a lot of them are like this, but for some reason with his style and these characters, it feels a lot different than some of the other pixel art that we've seen. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he definitely understands the culture of Web3, and I guess also like this is a Zelda one of Link. He has the Ether Rock. He has a lot of Pepe stuff. I saw there was like a Gordon Gecko. He has Star Wars. So it's hitting on two angles. It's hitting like Iron Man here. It's hitting the Web3 culture. It's also hitting general world culture. But yeah, like all video game stuff. You got one of the boos from Pac-Man or the ghost from Pac-Man. Yeah, this is a cool dog one. I prefer this one than the astronaut one.
I think it's cool. I mean, the ice cream cone, yeah. It's very subjective, but yeah, there's like the gold ones are super cool. The farmer, the chef, the Saudi one.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
The moonbird. He did the milady. That one's funny. I know we're talking about this guy's collection a lot, but I think it's like I love this. Like this is one of my favorite collections. I think that these are so cool. If ordinals run, these gotta run. Like these have to run. These got to be a buy. We're gonna look back on this clip, and these are gonna be at 0.4.
Oxy says, I love this. I love this. Haven't you had enough of cool PFPs without the utility?
I like
Yeah,
the
dude.
art.
Yeah,
I
we
can
like
just
the art,
fucking
but he makes a point, which is like when I was shopping Pudgies a few weeks ago, which it would have been a good buy had I bought it, but you don't buy things for a PFP. Like unless you have, good money, which like we both do, but unless you have a lot of money, I don't know. You don't buy things for a PFP. It's a mistake. Just buy it as a trade and stop for like, it's easy to forget the main reason you're here.
I can just
Um,
I would just right click save one that I liked and just use that. Like
okay,
I
I wouldn't
wouldn't
do
pay.
that. That's like an insult to bolds, and I wouldn't do that. But yeah.
I would.
We also had this Moonfrost, which I think yet I was looking at it yesterday with on Alpha Wolves. Peyton, if you're still here, confirm this for me, please. Weren't these at 0.3 yesterday? And they're currently at 0.6. I guess we dropped the ball here. Yeah, they're at freaking 0.3. And then now they're at 0.6, dude. And there was a sale even higher, like a few sales at point. I wonder what happened 7 hours ago. One person came in and wow, he swept a bunch. He swept them from 0.5 all the way close to 1 ETH. I wonder what they're gonna do, dude. I tested this game. This is a really cool game. It's like kind of like a, how do I describe it? Like a farm game, Farmville. Beautiful. The aesthetic of it is beautiful. It's like pixel art. I really like their website. Yeah, you can see it here. The game's come along. I played it when you were limited just to your one spot. The way they minted though was kind of a stealth drop where you had to. Yeah, here's the website. I like the vibes of it. You're playing a game. You plant crops. You grow them. You get materials. You go around your land. You expand your land. But it was a stealth mint basically, because the only way you can get whitelist for this was by actually playing the game, and the game was in closed beta or closed alpha, whatever phase. So you couldn't, not anybody could join. So it was like 2 levels of difficulty to get the whitelist. GG to anybody who did, because it is doing quite well. It is currently at what is this with current ETH price, like $1,800 or something. Alpha Wolves with the alpha. Whales watch Alpha Wolves. That's what's happening. Yeah. Alpha Wolves giving me the good prices, man. They were at 0.3.
I love how Icy and Peyton use these like Web3 gaming like handles on YouTube.
Oh, dude, Peyton has they have some good ones, dude. Web3 gaming, it's a great handle. And then Web3 gamer here. Play to whitelist. Yeah, that's what it was. They did a play to whitelist to get this one. And then in the NFT world, we also had, Pudgy. They raised, I think it was $11 million for this abstract chain, and at the same time, they had some really good marketing this week with this trailer from Van Eck for their ETH ETF, including the Pudgies. Dude, I like that Van Eck is like full pushing Pudgies, dude. It's really cool, and this was a great video. This is something we discussed yesterday on Alpha Wolves. This is such a weird commercial. With this like disclaimer here, I feel like it's like a pharmaceutical commercial. I don't know. Feels weird, but I like it, dude. Pudgy's amazing branding, dude. They're really good with these videos. This is something we were talking about on the show yesterday. Do these videos matter? Like, does it matter anymore? Remember, like we were talking about, like how Azuki. I was at Azuki Vegas, and we saw that video live, and then everybody went nuts. Azukis were pumping, everybody's going crazy for the elementals. I guess Azuki kind of ruined it after they did that. We even saw Doodles. I think it's something we spoke about last week. Amazing trailer, amazing trailer for the video. Like awesome artist, but the floor didn't really move with this. There was a whale who came in and swept, but I think it has more to do with the long term and like their token that they're raising for, and not so much this. Like, I don't think these things move the floor anymore, but the marketing that it gives you is great.
No, this matters.
But not in terms of floor, but in terms of project.
Well, these old videos never should have pumped floor. That was just a symptom of Web3. That was a symptom of people just needing to feel something, and they was just like everyone in their mind, they were like, oh, a new trailer for something, everyone's gonna buy them now. It's like, yeah, what you're saying is true. It's like, do they matter? Yes, they matter a lot, this content matters, building IP matters, showing that you have a good team of animators matters. Like, it completely matters. It's just we have this warped thing where we're like, oh, this they posted a video, this, you know, there's something new, let's pump it. But that was always like a stupid reason, in my opinion, for something, for people to be buying something. But
It's
that's
great
just how
for
it was.
marketing. Like especially meme coins have been doing that. Like Ponky got very viral from doing this on TikTok
They're huge.
uh, and Instagram. I mean, Pudgy's, Kaiju Kings. There's a few of these brands. Chimpers as well. Did a lot of marketing on Instagram, and it works. They grew their Instagram accounts to big numbers. You know, even what was that project? AOF verse. You know, I get it. The project's dead, but they had grown 2 TikToks to like crazy numbers, which is also something Super Champs is doing. They're growing a TikTok with one of their characters, and then you see the character in their game when you start playing the game. So I do think, like you say, this stuff matters. And I mean, I personally like watching this stuff. One of the ones that I've been buying that I mentioned earlier, Mew, like they have some great trailers, dude. I'm sure they've been working with like an awesome studio. Here, yeah, this one was cool.
You have to make content like this.
Yeah.
You
And
have
it's
to.
better than just posting like a picture, you know? Pictures are boring.
No,
It's
you
like
have to.
nice. Like, yeah, this is nice, but it's like it's something you scroll by once versus the trailer. Like I've mentioned this trailer like 4 times, you know, these videos.
No, you have to post videos like this. It's super important. Was this Icy?
Yeah.
Said, great take from Ash. Curious in what way they matter. The videos? The videos matter because you're building IP, right? Like, what would the Pokemon cards be without the anime? And at the time,
World building.
at the time, the video content was TV shows. Like, that's just how it was. These days, the equivalent of building an IP of a TV show in comparison to what Pokemon was is like building a TikTok. Like, you're building that because short form is how is these days like how we learn about these characters, how we meet these characters, instead of it being like a long-winded episode of like a journey. It's more so of like a 30-second like quick back and forth of a pudgy penguin that's like sitting in bed with like another pudgy penguin, and you know, one of them farts and then like the other one is like, ooh, stinky, and then you get like that feeling of like, oh, that was like cute little video, and I like these characters because that's in my opinion, like that's what it is. And same thing with like Doodles verse. It's, you know, or Doodles, I don't know why I said Doodles verse, but like with Doodles, it's like they could come out with a TV show and I think it would be really cool. But yeah, I think they're just obvious, and I don't know if they have a TikTok or whatever, but yeah, they just have to do that. And also I think one big thing about this too is that Ponky is a meme coin that is doing very well. And I think it gives people a lot of faith in the team when they see growth on other socials, because there is that idea of they're onboarding more people. They're trying to bring in like an audience. They're trying to build an IP. There's a lot there, but yeah.
Dude, I agree. I mean, you think of shows like even Edge Runners for the Cyberpunk. I had played Cyberpunk, one of my favorite games. Witcher's still probably even better, but I've played more Cyberpunk, so maybe I end up liking Cyberpunk more. But they released Edge Runners on Netflix. As soon as I finished that show, first thing I did was went to re-download Cyberpunk. When I played a lot of League. I rage quit a million times. I watched Arcane late. I watched it like 8 months after everybody. First thing I did was go and re-download League, and then I played as Jinx, you know, or a character in the show, Echo, or somebody in the show. So I think that side of thing, it expands on your world. It gets people so attached to these characters and actually gets to know like an individual character. And I was thinking like the first time I actually gave Parallel, the card game, I don't really play card games. The first time I gave it a chance was when I saw this trailer. And I was like super impressed. I was like, wow, yo, their world building, like this looks like Mass Effect, or it looks like a game I would love to play. So, and then, dude, what I went to buy their avatars. I went to buy their card packs and build decks and play their card game. Like, I love when shows do this. So I do really like it. I know Illuvium just released this trailer. I haven't watched it yet, but they have this trailer. Okay, it's kind of like I think I've seen similar stuff for them, so this is nothing new. But then even Azuki, like I said, dude, the Elementals trailer, this was so awesome. The music, I don't think you guys can hear it, but it is so dope. Like, this gave me so much. When I saw this, I was like, yo, Azuki is back, man. Azuki is back. Unfortunately, what happened. They did release their first episode of The Garden, which is like 7 minutes if you take out the credits. I didn't like this that much. Like, I found this pretty boring. A lot of people were bull posting how much they loved it and all this stuff. I didn't like it.
For Web3, it was good.
For like, Web, is that our stand? What does that mean though? Like, why do we always do this? Like, as a Web3 game, it's good. Like, it's what we do. It needs to be on the scale. Like, they're trying to break into a Web2 world, so it just needs to be on the scale of an anime. Like, that's it.
But we live in this world. No, I agree. But like, for Web3, it was good. Like, it was the best. It's the best Web3 anime by far.
What about the Pixelmon trailer?
Huh?
What about Pixelmon's anime?
I think it was good too.
I found this one dope.
I thought it was also good.
Yeah.
But I think the Azuki one, like, that was just a trailer. Like, the Azuki one was like a story. Like, that was like an actual video. So I don't think they're comparable, because one was just
I liked the Elementals trailer way better than their actual episode. Maybe it's just because the characters, there's a lot more action, the music too. I'm like big on music with this kind of stuff, so that kind of really pulls me in. The first time I ever saw Azuki was that 15-second trailer where let me go to my own channel here, because I know I think they deleted it off of YouTube or something. Let's go to popular, but they deleted it off of YouTube. But you remember that trailer where he's like the character's slashing the posters? Oh man, I want to find it.
So the thing that I think Azuki didn't do the best job of is introducing their characters. Like, I feel like that's one thing that they needed to do. With good animes, it's like, one thing that they do is they make you care about the character, and like, just whatever it may be. They introduce a character, and then you're like, okay, I'm invested in that character. And it's like, that is something that they just failed to do. I think that's one of the reasons as to why the Azuki trailer may not have hit that hard. I think that the trailer was good. I think that the story was okay, but I think that ultimately, like, why do I care about these characters? Like, who are they? That was the thing, is it was just like a very situational thing, which I understand that the entire thing was supposed to be like a teaser of, these are two people that are going to be main characters, and they are being brought, take the bean, and then you're in the world, and now we're going to see what happens next. So I get it. I get it. That it wasn't supposed to be like a first episode. It was kind of just like an intro.
Yeah, here's their original trailer. And even in this video, I talk about like how dope this is, where the character comes in and she slashes these posters. Let me just leave it here. Like, dude, this is what pulled me into Azuki the first time. I even went to their website and I was talking about how, like, I like that when you hover the letters, you see the fit. It was these little things that pulled me in, that they did well with their branding. Like, dude, rewatching this, I want Azuki to succeed so much, dude.
Dude, I do this sometimes too, where like, I'll just sit and I'll start looking at something and I'll be like, dude, this is cool. Like, this should do well.
Like, I want it to do so well, man. I'm so upset that they like dropped the ball twice. And I really hope that this anime chain thing isn't like the final exit for them. They're like, okay, how can we make more? Can we make money one more time? All right, let's raise for a token. Because I think I don't know, it's one of the ones that can go so mainstream, dude. Their branding is so on point.
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think a lot of people are kind of bent about like the raising for the Elementals, like how much money they raised, and
another 40 mil or whatever, and it's just like,
yeah, which is fair.
I mean, there's a ton of things we didn't cover on the list. I know we're over time here. One of them though was Trump speaking at the Bitcoin Nashville conference. Kamala Harris was also supposed to go, but then ended up canceling. I don't think it would have been good for her to go, to be honest. I think she would have rolled up. She would have sounded probably very uneducated. And it would have all, like, what she's supposed to say, like, yeah, we're looking into like, no. The Dems have hated and held back crypto for how long? You can't come in and just pretend. And to be fair, you know, Republicans did too. Like, I don't think Trump was big on Bitcoin when he was in office last. But everything that's happened with the SEC under the Dems, I think people have such a toxic view of what they represent when it comes to crypto. Like, them kind of like trying to open up to it now is just, I don't know. It's kind of like an ex that cheated on you 50 times. And then like you finally she sees that you have a big crypto bag and she calls you like, hey, how you been? Like, you know, that's a red flag here. So looking forward to hearing Trump speak. Also Michael Saylor, some big characters here that are going to be speaking. What else did I have? Oh yeah, and I want to hear what he's going to say about this whole like Bitcoin reserve asset. I did see there was a senator who was saying they want to actually use it as a strategic reserve. And then I saw this morning in one of my newsletters. A city in Jersey wants to allocate a percentage of its pension fund to Bitcoin. Like, this is good stuff, guys. I don't know. This is what we've always wanted. You know, it's going to happen eventually, I think. It just takes time. Let me just go through the list here on what's happening that we missed. I think most stuff's fine. I want to know what's going to happen. Like the volume this week on XRP was pretty crazy. A lot of people I think it was delayed what was supposed to happen, but a lot of people are, looking forward to if the lawsuit's actually going to end. I think if the lawsuit gets announced that it's done, I think this thing full sends above $1, like easy. Which is exactly what happened kind of last time. It just full sent. So, I mean, if you have a long in at the right time, it could be huge for you. Here, Azuki really brings me the 2021 vibes and all those memories. Ash and I were talking last time. We're probably going to do a nostalgia episode where we just go through all these collections. I think that'll be really fun.
Yeah, we did
all the rugs.
Yeah, we did this thing where we were like, remember this, remember that. And it's like, if you're here, going down memory lane is fun.
Mm-hmm. Wants to report crypto tax over $600 is a joke. I don't know what that is. I know they had some weird thing with taxes in general, where if you like make $600 selling, like if I sell Ash sneakers or something like over $600, you have to report it. I don't know. They're doing anything they can, even though they print money. I don't understand the point of taxes anymore, other than like a psychological control. That senator is speaking. So is Snowden, which is interesting. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of good clips, maybe a lot of stuff for Bullets. You know, maybe you'll see a Snowden token and all this stuff. But I think the Trump speech is, whenever it happens, is hopefully going to be one to watch, and hopefully says some good things that help the market, because it's been weird. We've been trading. Hopefully he mentions ETH. Hey, that'd be good for ETH and Ash's bags here. Yeah, I think that's it, dude. I think we went through mostly everything. I'm just scrolling in the list.
This was a good show. Sorry, God.
We have a token dropping next week that I invested in, so it better do well. The Matrix's next token, they have their Fire token, which is like their SLP or SPL, whatever it is for Axie. Then they have their main token, the Max token, dropping. And this one is actually going to be dropping on OKX. Do you think OKX has similar power to Coinbase and Binance? People often put it in the top 3. I can't remember what the last token was that dropped on here, though.
I don't know. It's one of those things that, like, I don't use OKX, and I
don't think we can. I'm not sure if we can.
Yeah, so like I don't feel like that matters to me. Dude, I just realized I don't have access to like any of the top exchanges.
You have Coinbase?
I'm banned on Coinbase.
Yeah, because you had that situation. But like technically, you should in your country, you should be able to. I think I can use Coinbase in Canada. I can't use Binance. We got banned. And I think I'm not sure about OKX. I never tried making an account. So, we also had the Liquidium-Fi airdrop. I'm not sure if you had that one. If you were you farming Liquidium-Fi? It's like a Bitcoin lending platform.
No.
So I farmed it a lot. I got a decent amount airdropped. Unfortunately, the airdrop, I guess because it's on Bitcoin, came out in waves. So I didn't get mine at the beginning. And if you did get it at the beginning, like, dude, this thing was trading for not very long. But, you know, the first people who got it, it was trading for over $1. And then it just absolutely nuked. And now it's currently sitting at 32 cents. I sold, I think, at 48 cents or 45 cents. I made around, I think, 18. But you did get it because you have an OMB. OMB's got an airdrop for this token. So you might have a couple $100 in your wallet.
Oh, yeah. I did. I already bought and sold that.
Yeah. You didn't farm, but yeah. My question.
Yeah, I got the. Yeah, I just it was worth $30 per OMB.
Okay. I got, I think, $1,300 total.
For what?
2 OMBs and farming.
Oh, okay, including the farming. I was gonna say.
No, I was 550th of like 8,000 people or whoever. So I still farmed a lot. And they're gonna have a season 2, so I might consider farming because, dude, I not only did I make money off the airdrop, I actually made money farming this platform. I had three was it ninjas or the pizza one? No, it was the Wizard of Ords. I had 3 Wizards of Ords get liquidated, and I sold them for I'm still holding one because I like the collection. I like Lifeful, but I sold 3 of them for profit, so I made hundreds of dollars doing that, and then I made money off of my loans. And then I made money off an airdrop. So I think this is a great platform to use if you have spare Bitcoin, as long as you're choosing the right collections. And obviously the price of the ordinal stays up. One more thing I did want to mention, because we were talking about trailers, especially, shout out to Chimpers, dude, making a lot of content. They have their Instagram that grew. Their website is awesome with all their games, but they have this plushie for sale. Wait, let me make sure it's the actual. Yeah, it's Chimpers. They have this plushie for sale. I'm gonna grab one for my boom. I don't know if you guys noticed, I started a little shrine here. Got the artifact shoes, the most uncomfortable shoes I've ever worn in my life, but they're up there. Got some pudgies too. Yeah, I'm gonna start building it. So hey, if you have a project that I like, Azuki or somebody, Bored Apes, send me some stuff for my shrine. I'll rock it in the background here for free. But yeah, gonna grab one of these plushies. It's only active for 2 weeks, so if you guys are Chimpers fans and you want one, be sure to check it out. It's a pre-order. It's going to be shipping in November or December. And yeah, that is it. That is all for today's episode. Let me check over the contents. Not a nostalgic episode, please. Going to remind me of the bags we could have had. That's what we're going to go through, dude. All the hits, all the misses. Great episode. Hit the likes. Yeah, please. I never say that. Please, everybody, hit the likes. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people. If we do the nostalgic episode, we're going to probably do it on like a Wednesday. It wouldn't replace the Friday episode. It would be like an extra episode. That way we can still cover the market. Thank you guys for the Friday show. Appreciate all of you for showing up. Really enjoy doing these, and we want to continue doing it. We're expanding on the branding. Peyton helped me out making a opening and a closing trailer, but I'm still working on the logo. So I didn't want to play it this episode. Thank you, Octan. I noticed you DM'd me, but on stage here, so I didn't check it yet. Appreciate everybody. We do this every Friday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. We also make a ton of content across our Twitters, our YouTube. So be sure to follow all of that. That is all. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Peace.